Farmers use water and nutrients to improve the quality of their produce. Sometimes there is a little too much, and that excess runs into streams, runs into rivers, and into lakes, and this causes problems. Flooding, increased water costs, and toxic algal blooms that affect Canadian people, wildlife, and the natural environment. So the question is, how can we keep the excess nutrients in water from leaving farms and ending up in our water bodies? The good news is that some farms have a natural ability to contain some of this excess water and nutrients, and this magical geographical formation is called a wetland. Wetlands are just an area of land that is covered with a small body of water, and some farms have these while other farms don't. So now the question becomes, what farms are ideally positioned to use their wetlands to store the excess water and nutrients so that they don't end up in our rivers and lakes? In the past, researchers and policymakers have tried a couple of approaches. One is to introduce a program that works with farmers so that they can help improve the quality of their wetlands so it can store more water and more nutrients. Researchers have tried to use a technology-based approach using maps and software to identify which farms are best geographically positioned to store a lot of water and a lot of nutrients. But the trouble is, what my research has shown is that this approach by itself is not sufficient. While it tells you which wetlands are best technically positioned to store water and nutrients, what it does not tell you is whether the farmer who owns the land on which the wetland is will actually participate in the program. So what my research does is adds an economic modeling perspective to existing approaches in a way that we can identify and target specific farmers who are best positioned to participate in the program, in a way that we can save as much water and nutrients as possible from ending up in our rivers and lakes. My research fully takes into account all of the costs and all of the benefits of participating in the program in order to identify specific farmers who are best technically and economically positioned to store water and nutrients. What my research does is not only help improve the quality of water in our rivers and lakes, but also give farmers an additional source of revenue to help improve the quality of their livelihoods. In closing, my research helps all Canadians by reducing the toxic runoff of excess water and nutrients coming into our water bodies from farms, while also helping Canadian farmers by providing them with another source of revenue. In this way, everyone has something to gain from improved water quality.